Welcome to Helen's Journey. Improve your English skills through this exciting story about Helen, an Ethiopian American girl exploring Ethiopia and trying to find her birth family. Brought to you by the U.S. Embassy to Ethiopia. The U.S. invests in Ethiopians. Episode 3. Who is the guy? Welcome back, friends. Previously on Helen's Journey, Helen is an Ethiopian American who moved to Addis for a research project and to find her birth family. She's talking to her best friend Samira in the United States about her experience in Ethiopia and someone she met. Who did Helen meet? Let's listen and find out.
Hi!
Hey, gorgeous. How are things?
Pretty good.
Found any information about your birth family yet?
No, not yet. The adoption agency listed on my paperwork closed down 3 years ago. I am trying to find the contact information of the employees there to get some records. But I'm traveling in a couple weeks outside of Addis, and I am going to ask the local government office for records on adoption in the region too.
Region?
The Somali region. Ethiopia is divided into regional states. Each region has its own government.
So, like, I live in Pennsylvania, which has a different government and laws from a neighboring state of Maryland?
Sorta. In the U.S., the majority of people speak English no matter what state you are in. But these regional states are based around different ethnic and cultural groups. So even the languages spoken are different from regional state to regional state.
Interesting.
Also, each region has different cultural traditions. Like they have different traditional clothing and different varieties of food. If you go from Pennsylvania to Maryland, is there really a different culture? It's a different state, but the language is the same. We all just wear modern clothes, and the food is pretty much the same too.
Whoa. You did not just tell this born and raised girl from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that my culture is the same as Maryland? Maybe we both speak English, but we sound good in Philly. People from Maryland have a weird accent, and our food is not the same. We have cheesesteaks. They have crab cakes.
I am so sorry. I did not mean to insult your home state. But, to be honest, both people from Philly and Maryland have weird accents. Indiana has the best accent.
No way.
What about clothing traditions from state to state? We don't have traditional American clothes.
Hello? There are traditional Native American clothes. The European colonists and settlers destroyed a lot of the indigenous cultures. But that doesn't mean there aren't traditional clothes or people who wear them. They're just in the minority. My grandmother grew up wearing traditional clothes from her tribe. But when she married my grandfather, she did start wearing contemporary clothing.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about the Native Americans. You're right.
It's a national tragedy that we don't constantly think and talk about what our country did to the Native Americans. Anyway, how was your meeting with your research partner?
It was great. His name is Khaled. He is so nice. He seems really cool, and I think we will get along well. Which is good, because we have to travel together all over the country for our research.
Awesome.
Also, I met a cute guy.
That was fast. You have been in Ethiopia like 2 weeks, and you are already finding a boyfriend?
He's not my boyfriend. We just met at the library on campus.
Okay, what's he like?
He's tall and has big, beautiful eyes. The library was full, and I couldn't find a table to sit at, and he offered me his seat.
How romantic.
It was romantic. His name is Zagaye. I hope I see him again.
Just be careful.
What do you mean?
You always fall in love too quickly.
Hey, no I don't.
Yes you do. And I'm just saying don't jump into anything too quickly.
Oh my gosh. I just met the guy and we chatted briefly. You are acting like I'm getting married.
Okay, sorry, but I know you. Today you chat briefly with a cute guy. Next you are in love.
Well, you don't need to worry about me and my love life. I am a big girl. Anyway, what's new with you?
Nothing really. It's like ever since we graduated college, I feel lost. I don't care about my job.
You mean accounting isn't your dream job?
Of course not. I mean, it's a good job, but I'm not passionate about it. And you're off in Ethiopia following your passions, and I'm here in Philadelphia just working and wasting my life.
You are not wasting your life.
But my life feels so superficial and empty. I just consume, and I'm not adding any value to the world.
That's not true.
I mean, I don't think I'm a terrible person, but I feel like I'm not actively doing something good for the world. You know, I really want to do something for the environment. I have been reading a lot about climate change recently, but it's hard to know what to do.
You can always come visit me in Ethiopia and help find solutions with the waste management system here. That would be good for the environment.
I would love that, but I'm saving my money.
Oh?
What do I love most in the world?
Me?
Yes, of course. But aside from you...
Coffee?
Ding, ding, ding! Yes, coffee is my one true love. Why am I in accounting? I want to open my own coffee shop.
Whoa. Yeah, you should. That would be perfect for you.
I would want it to be a really special place.
Special how?
Okay, here's my idea. You tell me if it's stupid.
It won't be stupid.
Well, I want the coffee shop to support coffee-producing communities, especially places that are or will be affected by climate change. Did you know that by the year 2100, half of the land where coffee is grown will not be farmable?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Coffee farmers in Colombia are already reporting that droughts are getting worse. In Ethiopia, the temperature increase from climate change means farmers have to plant coffee at higher elevation.
Wow, you really have been reading a lot about this topic.
Yeah, I want the profits from the coffee shop to benefit some of these communities and help them manage the changing situation.
I think that's a great idea. You should do it.
I should? I will have to make a plan and save a lot of money. I can't quit my accounting job yet, so I'll have to work on this as a side project when I have time.
Yay! We both have exciting side projects. You are going to create a business that saves the world, and I am going to find my family.
Back on campus, Alamayu is getting ready for his first assignment for the student newsletter. He's going to interview the newly elected Student Council President, Zegai. Wait a minute. Is that the same Zegai Helen met in the campus library? Let's listen and find out.
Hello?
Zagaye? My name is Alamayo Emmanuel. Congratulations on your election as a Student Council President. I'm calling from the Student Newsletter. I'm not sure if the editor Brooke informed you, but we want to interview you and have an article introducing you to the students at the university.
Hi, Alamayu. Yes, Brooke told me you were going to call. I'm happy to cooperate for the article.
Is now a good time to talk, or should we arrange another time?
Now is fine.
Great. My first question is, simply, how would you like to introduce yourself to the university community?
Well, I want the university community to know I am honored to be elected Student Council President. I hope to serve the students well and represent their concerns and values to the university administration. A little bit about me. I am Zagaye Zammana. I grew up here in Addis Ababa. I am a law student.
And what would you say will be your priorities as Student Council President?
My first priority is to the students who have elected me and their needs. The council is concerned about reports from female students about sexual harassment on campus.
What action will be taken about these concerns?
I am proposing the council start an awareness campaign to educate students about the problem of sexual harassment and prevention. I would like to have a demonstration if some of the female students are willing to share their stories. We can post flyers around campus to raise awareness about the issue. We can organize trainings on sexual harassment prevention for the resident directors of the dormitories.
Do you have the support of the student council for these ideas?
Absolutely. We agree that to have a successful learning experience in university, all students must feel safe. We will keep the student newsletter updated about our plans to address this issue, and we hope you can cover them.
Thank you.
Of course, we will also take a look at housing issues. There are complaints that facilities are not adequate.
What about complaints regarding the food supplier in the cafeteria? Isn't that a bigger problem than housing in terms of student complaints?
According to what source?
That's what I am asking you. Has the student council received more complaints about housing than the food supplier?
Yes, it has. Housing is our priority.
That's interesting, because I have heard that some students are organizing a protest about the cafeteria, but I haven't heard anything about housing complaints.
As student council president, I will take seriously all issues the student community brings forward.
Okay, let's move on to another topic. What are your professional goals? How will becoming student council president help you achieve them?
Well, to be honest, I would like to pursue a career in business law. I hope that my time as student council president gives me experience building relationships, solving problems, and understanding the policies and rules that make an organization stronger and more successful.
Can you explain that last part?
Of course, all organizations like a business or a university need rules and policies and norms that make it effective at their goal. For example, we are a school. Our goal is for students to learn. We need rules and systems that support students in learning. I think the student council can help with that.
Thank you, Zagaye, for giving your time for this interview. I think the student newsletter looks forward to sharing student council's plans with the campus. The students are eager to see how we can improve our campus experience.
Thank you.
So Alamayu finishes his interview with Zegai, and we still don't know if he's the same one Helen met in the campus library. Hopefully we'll find out in future episodes. Now for an English language lesson. Time for vocabulary. Let's look at 5 words from the story. Our first vocabulary term is the environment. Samira said,
I really want to do something for the environment.
The environment is a noun that means the natural world, the earth, and the atmosphere. Samira is concerned with issues related to the earth and the atmosphere. She wants to keep the earth and atmosphere clean and safe. Our second vocabulary word is awareness. Zegai said,
I'm proposing the council starts an awareness campaign to educate students about the problem of sexual harassment and prevention.
Awareness is a noun that means knowing that something, such as a situation, condition, or problem, exists. Zegai is going to work to increase the knowledge that sexual harassment exists. The third vocabulary word is actively. Samira said,
I don't think I'm a terrible person, but I feel like I'm not actively doing something good for the world.
Actively is an adverb that means to participate in something fully and with a lot of action. Samira thinks that she isn't fully participating in doing something good for the world. Our fourth vocabulary word is elected. Zegai said,
I want the university community to know I am honored to be elected student council president.
Elected is a verb that means to select someone for a position, job, etc. by voting. The university students voted for Zegai, so now he is the student council president. And the fifth vocabulary term is hang out with. Hang out with is a phrasal verb. It is an informal way to say you're going to spend time relaxing, talking, or doing something with someone. Samira spends time with some people at parties. She hangs out with them. Time for expressing yourself in English. Catching up with someone. Catching up with someone means you haven't seen them in a while and you ask what's new. Let's look at how Helen and Samira caught up with each other. Samira asked Helen,
How are things?
and Helen responded,
Pretty good, pretty good.
Samira is asking about Helen's life, and Helen is saying that her life is fine. Later, Helen asked Samira,
Anyway, what's new with you?
Helen is asking if anything new has happened in Samira's life, and Samira is saying that everything is as usual. Next time you see someone you haven't seen in a while, ask them, "How are things going?" or "What's new with you?" Time for grammar. Present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous is a verb form that is used to describe actions that finished recently. Let's listen to an example from the episode.
I have been reading a lot about climate change recently.
She's describing a recent action. In English, use present perfect continuous verbs to describe actions that finished very recently. Use have or has plus been plus a verb that ends in ing. Helen has been talking to Samira. Alamayu has been interviewing Zegai for the student newsletter. What have you been doing lately? Thank you for listening to Helen's Journey. We'll see you next time. The introduction and closing music, Blue Ska, is by Kevin MacLeod, Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons.
Executive Producer Hailu Kabada. Directors Abdullah Birru, Antaneh Brahani. Sound and Editing Tamrat Alamu. Narrator Timothy Green. Casts Theodros Tasama as Alamayo. Zarihun Brahanu as Khalid. Adana Gitacho as Zagaya.